Hey guys, what is up? I'm here to deliver another movie review. Now, of course, I actually want to tell you guys about my day of audio video production. Today we had to do these things. We were in three groups, and we were all given cameras. There was a prompt written on the flap, written on the viewfinder, and it was told what we were supposed to do. And we all had to take turns directing in the group. And yeah, one of them was film people dancing. I did this one. You ever seen like these people where they ever like do these awkward dance? You're kind of almost like you're swinging around a bit, but you're not really committed to the music. Yeah, that's kind of how it is. Let me move this. Let me close the door. You see like that, and also we had like you ever seen like those Ever seen we also had to do another one where we had to film people talking. I just had this person reading a book for a small bit, and we had to do it for like 5 seconds. That's it. We used camcorders, you know. But anyways, guys, I want to talk, but that's just something cool I want to talk about. I'm still excited about where the class goes. I'm wondering what we're going to do. I'm so excited. I'm hopeful that we're doing something cool on Friday, because I mean, I don't know, maybe we're doing something, maybe we're not. Who knows? I'll wait and see. But that's it. But also, I want to get to a movie review, and that is for Barbershop. Directed by Tim Story, screenplay written by Mark Brown, Don D. Scott, and Marshall Todd. From the story written by Mark Brown, stars Ice Cube, Anthony Anderson, Sean Patrick Thomas, Eve, Michael Ealy, Troy Garrity, Leon Earl Howes, Keith David, Lamar Tate, D. Ray Davis, and Cedric the Entertainer. And yeah, it's a comedy film, and it's set in Southside Chicago. This guy owns a barbershop. He recently had sold it to this loan shark, basically. And when he realizes something about the deal that he doesn't like, he tries to find a way to cancel the deal, but unfortunately he's having some issues with that. And while that is happening, there was news about a bank robbery, about a robber hitting with an ATM being stolen. With an ATM being stolen from a convenience store, and it falls to the criminals. You see the two of the criminals trying to open it, but reaching some difficulties that lead to some pretty funny situations. And also in the barbershop, there's just all these people just clashing together, just talking and dealing, and just talking, and there's some conflicts going on, and the result is is a simple yet effective comedy. Now, Tim Story, I've never really been a big fan of him. I did enjoy Think Like a Man. I didn't like Think Like a Man 2. when I look back at Fantastic Four movies, I don't like them. And I didn't like Ride Along. Not excited at all for Ride Along 2. Ugh. So yeah. But this movie did get good reviews. I mean, sure, it got 82% from critics, 61% from users, which kind of baffled me a little bit because really? The hell? But yeah. Let's just get past that for a minute. But this one got good reviews, and I checked it out. Found it on Netflix, and I watched it. And I do know there was a sequel. I only watched a bit of that. And there is a third one in development. Third one, I think, being currently filmed, coming out next year. So that'd be interesting. Hopefully that'll work, though I'm not too certain of that. But I do want to talk about this movie. It's actually one of Tim Story's best. It's probably my favorite Tim Story film to date, and it actually is a good one from him. How's that? This movie has a lot of great stuff going for it. It's actually pretty funny, but also there is heart to it. Now let me be more clear on it. The movie has a lot of great humor for a lot of things. Sometimes conflicts going on from the characters, some of the conversations people have in the barbershop, and just overall mostly dialogue, but also some good visual comedy. There's just some funny situations involving whenever they're trying to move, some people are trying to move the safe there, the criminals are trying to move the safe. It's entertaining, Yeah. Also, there's also just some funny situations over just whatever, just some crazy shit that happens. if you want to be more clear on it, I mean, like involving like moving to save it is kind of funny. Them being heavy and trying to find some mass transportation while also avoiding the police. Anthony Anderson, and I don't know who the other guy was, but it was kind of funny. And yeah, also it's kind of cool seeing Cedric the Entertainer, who I think was absolutely hilarious in this movie. He stole the scene all the time. He was always funny. He really had some good jokes in there, and there were some surprising jokes. And overall, I had a lot of fun with his character. He's probably my favorite on the entire movie. But another thing I really do like about this movie is it actually has a heart to it. A lot of comedies that try to be serious, they usually slow down and sometimes suffer because of that. This one, however, really doesn't suffer that. It actually works in its favor. If that makes sense to any of you? Hopefully it did. But if there's anything I want to say that I did like, it is overall, I mean, this film is well done, you know? It's entertaining, it is pretty funny, I do like the cast, but also I really do enjoy the characters and their interactions and some situations that take place. And yeah, the heart actually works well with it, and it does help the movie, move the movie along rather than just slow it down and kind of hurt it. And overall, I really had some fun. Just knowing the fact, Also, it's just it demonstrates the value of community. It displays it. It really explores like community and and what the barbershop symbolizes. It's a place where people. It's not really just a place where you get a haircut. It's a place where all these people get together and they talk about what they want. And also, there's also one scene, one line where Ice Cube, like the guy who suffers with his store being damaged and his ATM being stolen, you see him just going mad and just being upset, and then Ice Cube says, "Stay strong, bro." And you can see where it goes after. I mean, I'm not going to really spoil that part, but you may know what it is. It works well for the most part. Like, it works well, actually. See, it determines really how people can help a person, involving motivation, but also just helps them how they fit their place in their community, and just overall what they are as people, and what they are and how they fit into the community. See, it's real. I mean, the thing is, there are some criticisms I have for this movie. One is that it is at times predictable. Some of the jokes, I mean, some are funny, but some of them kind of get old. So there's some, I should say, running gags. Well, some are funny, some can get a little old. Though that was really much of a rarity for me. It was just a thing that may be a problem for some of you. And it's very simple. There's nothing really much to it. Now, you may say there's a lot of simple films that you may love, and that's fine, but really, there's not many complaints I have for this movie, other than the fact that it's nothing really special or anything new. It's just a good comedy that manages to have a heart, a very good heart, and does a good job being serious, and has great characters, great interactions. Overall, it really offers up some great personalities clashing together, and it overall works well. It makes for an entertaining, surprisingly heartfelt ride. Watch. Not really a ride. It's nothing really special. But I do enjoy the movie. I like how it displays values community, how it displays the value of it, and I think it worked. And overall, I do enjoy the cast. Ice Cube's also pretty funny, but also you see a bit of a serious side to him, and he does a good job at it. You see some serious sides to some of the characters, and it works well. You see other personalities, like some people who kind of act like straight up gangsters, I guess, in gangsters, though it's not really a hood. It's not really much of a hood. It's more of like a rundown neighborhood. But you don't see a sophisticated person, even like a Catholic, Caucasian person, and like a barbershop mostly populated by African Americans, and I kind of like sometimes how that works out. And overall, and I kind of like that sometimes. It works well. There are some situations that may surprise you, some jokes that may surprise you. Who knows? May even offend you. But overall, it works for me because I'm not very easily offended, and I think it's funny. It was meant to be funny. It is. Tim Story actually does a pretty good job here. I really do like his work here, and I do like the writers. I like the humor. Also, the opening was pretty cool. I don't know, it's just a thing. I enjoyed it, and yeah, I recommend it. I don't know about the sequel. I know some critics like it more than audiences. I don't know about the third one. I'm a little skeptical in there, but one thing is for sure is if you're looking for just a fun comedy as well as maybe even like a film that does offer up a bit more than what you may think, check this one out. It's worth your time. I'm going to give Barbershop a 4 out of 5. I think it's an entertaining movie, has surprising heart, does a good job how it explores community, and also does a good job displaying the symbolism of the Barbershop. And it's a comedy that actually is a little bit more than you may think. It's more than just a comedy. There actually is something more to it. I mean, I tread it lightly, but I think you may figure out a lot more for yourself when you see it. Anyways, guys, comment below. What did you think of Barbershop? Did you see it? Or did you see the sequel? Or are you looking forward to the third one? Comment below and subscribe to my channel for more videos.